Welcome back to the Mountain Cove High School Coaches Show. I'm here with head football coach and athletic director, Coach Carmikle. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. This week we have the Backyard Brawl coming up. That's a pretty big game. In the last 5 years, the Panthers are 4-1 against Poen. The only loss comes last year at Poen. How do you think the history and the home record as being undefeated helps the team this week?
You know, I think anytime you're playing at home in a big game, you've got to think that gives you an advantage. We have traditionally have had a really great showing home and away, but we have a great atmosphere on Friday nights with the band and the cheerleaders and a large crowd, and with it being senior night and a lot of things that we're doing for the game, hopefully they'll create the kind of atmosphere that gives us an advantage. It'll definitely be a fun one. As far as the history of it, every year's different. And so I think this is going to be a really good football game, and it should be a fun one to watch. Great weather, and here we go.
All right. You and the coaching staff were worried about the boys coming out flat during homecoming. You're all worried about that since there is some distractions this week with it being senior night? It
changes the routine a little bit, having to be off the field at 6:20 instead of about normally 6:35. And obviously for the seniors, it can be emotional with it, being senior night, but it's not going to be the last home football game we play. And so, I don't worry about it as much as homecoming. There's not as much pageantry and all that with it, and they understand the importance of this game, and so they'll be focused and ready to roll.
Since the game is known as the Backyard Brawl, since we are like 16 miles from Poen, even though it's a decent distance, it's practically across the street, and it is going to be senior night, do you think there's more meaning behind the game?
Yeah, it's the biggest game of the year. You'd like to think, every game's the same, but this one means a lot more to all of us and to their people too, and so we're excited to get the opportunity to play. And this is the first time it's meant this much as far as playoff implications and all that. So it'll be a fun battle on Friday night.
Poen does run their quarterback quite a bit. How do you think our defensive line and linebacker core can contain him this Friday night?
He's pretty good. They've got quite a bit of size up front, and they really get off the ball. Coach Barrett does a good job with those guys, and it's going to be a tough test for our defense. We've got to have low pad level up front, and our linebackers have to swarm to the football and make sure we tackle low. All their quarterback and some of their running backs are all big, strong kids, and if you tackle them high, they consistently all year have gotten 4, 5, 6, 7 yards after contact, and that's the key to the game, is making sure that they don't get the yards after contact they've been getting, and we have good pad level up front.
Poen runs a 4-4 front defense with their defensive ends down in a 3-point stance. What can our offense do to perform well against that type of defense?
We got to take care of the football first and foremost. We got to stay on schedule. We can't have bad snaps or penalties after that negate a big play. Those are some of the things we've battled over the course of the year. So we've got to be clean offensively and take care of the football. And then when we get an opportunity to make a play, we've got to make it. But this game's going to be won and lost up front on both sides of the ball. And so we've got to have good pad level with our offensive linemen. We can't have any busted assignments, anything like that. And we've got to get some movement on. Their D-line's pretty good. Their linebackers are very good. So it should be a great matchup.
And the last question I have is, what is the effect of the playoff seeding that y'all will get based on this game?
Oh yeah, we win. We're the 1 seed. That's the goal, obviously. And so if something happens and that doesn't go our way, then it'll come down to points based on who gets the 1, 2, and 3 with us, Mount Ida, and Poen. There will be a 3-way tie. But we're not going to talk about that because we're playing to win, right?
Yes, sir. Well, everybody come out and support the Panthers this Friday night for senior night and conference championship time, so let's go.
All right.
We're here with senior high defensive captain, number 7, Jacob Hawthorne. How you doing today, Jacob?
Pretty good.
Good. Since you are the defensive captain, how do you plan to prepare the defense for such a conference championship this Friday night?
Well, obviously, the team knows it's important, and we want to win. And I'm just going to make sure everybody's mentally prepared for the game and amped and ready to play.
How did the team handle the bye week last week, not having a game?
I think we handled it pretty well. I could tell some people are getting pretty antsy. I'm pretty antsy. I want to play at Poen. But I think it was a good mental week and got our stuff in that we needed to, our schemes and all that. So yeah, we handled it pretty well.
Does this game mean more to you since you are a senior and it's senior night?
Well, it does mean a lot to me. Last time playing Poen, and it is my last home game, in the regular season, and it's very important, but I'm going to treat it like I do any other game and go out there focused and ready to do my job.
All right.